Hey everybody, John Van Dyke here from New Jersey Exposed. Today is Tuesday, September 13th, 2022. Time is 5:38 p.m. and you know what time it is. What time is it? That's right, Jersey time. Gotta be in Jersey if you want to know what Jersey time's about. So anyway, well, we got another one of these well-trained professionals, you know, the type that are out there risking our lives as they protect and serve the government. And well, we got another story of you know, I just said in the other video I just did, is the top two things that these bad cops like to do is violence against women. It can be sexual and it can be physical, and sexual exploitation of children. And this one here is reported on ksdk.com, 5 on your side. This is reported on August 25th, 2022. And it reads, former Maryland Heights police officer sentenced to 4 years in prison for a child pornography charge. Well, all those who are surprised, raise your hand. Okay, let me see. Anybody raise your hand out there? I don't see any hands up. All right, all of you who are not surprised by an officer being caught and charged and sentenced for child pornography, raise your hand. All right, I see a lot of hands up there right now. Well, maybe there's a bootlegger back there and a blue willy that says it's just an isolated incident. Yep, there's a lot of those isolated incidents, isn't there? All right, well, here's the story right here. Take a good look at it, people. And any one of you little blue willy gobblers out there want to tell you what heroes they are, or want to get mad because I keep a target, you know, one of the things I find disturbing is there's a nationwide effort campaign of police departments posting on their Facebook page pictures of them with kids. Now we just had back to school, so they were doing a lot of that crapola. And then the other one over the summer was, you know, oh, Officer Smith and Johnson stopped by to get some lemonade from these young entrepreneurs, or they're gonna have an ice cream. And the latest thing is, if they see a kid out there doing the right thing, aka has good parents, they give the kid a little coupon. They can go to 7-Eleven, get one of those 5,000 calorie loaded with chemicals Slurpee. And everybody thinks, oh, that's so great that 7-Eleven's doing that. No, 7-Eleven's giving those coupons out, those so that you will go in there, and they know by studies, I'm sure they just know from experience, that you go in there for that Slurpee, you're not just going there for the Slurpee. Somebody's bringing the kid in there, and that somebody's gonna be buying something. So it's a way of bringing people in. So, but they want to give Slurpees out to kids, and Slurpees is one of the worst things in the world to give your kid. If you know anybody that has a Slurpee, and I know somebody that likes Slurpees, and he was big as a bus until he got his stomach tied and got his intestines shortened, but he still, I see him, I go and I see him with a Slurpee in his hand. But these Slurpees are bad news, so stay away from them. There's something addictive in it, and it's pure sugar and calories. There's something like 2,000 calories in a Slurpee. But anyway, the story's not about Slurpees, so let's carry on here. All right, a former police officer who worked with the Maryland Heights Police Department was sentenced to 4 years in prison after admitting to viewing child pornography. According to a press release from Sailor Fleming, the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Missouri, 30-year-old, well, there you go. You're hiring somebody under the age of 30. Nicholas Hagloff, H-A-G-L-O-F, was sentenced to 4 years in federal prison Thursday. The press release said Hagloff admitted to viewing hundreds. This is not even just, oh, he stumbled on something and then realized he shouldn't be looking at it. Hundreds. The press release said Hagloff admitted to viewing hundreds of images of child pornography on his laptop and cell phone in 2019 and 2020. He pleaded guilty in May to a charge of accessing with the intent to view child pornography. So the question is, because my understanding is if you go to a website, that you're not breaking the law by viewing it. The law now becomes broken when you download, or at least when you download it, you're now in possession of it. But the way they're sounding here, it looks like he went to the website on more than one occasion, on several occasions. And he was probably, you know, spanking a monkey every night. He's a young guy, so he's probably pretty horned up. And what I know about cops in general are just pretty horny guys. And he probably just went there every night and got his freak on. And wow, that's embarrassing. Why? Again, I gotta tell you, people, if you're not sure about doing something, you have to ask yourself, if I get caught, can I afford the consequences? So, if you got a little thing for looking at little boys and little girls, you got to ask yourself, if I get caught, can I afford to go to prison for 5 years? Can I afford to be a registered sex offender? Can I afford to going to prison? Because you're going to go there with that charge. You're at the top of the list of people that got a target on their back. Okay, according to the emergency suspension application from August 2020, Hagloff was working as a police officer with the Maryland Heights Police Department at the time of the crime. A statement from Maryland Heights Police Department on August of 2020 said he was no longer a police officer with the Maryland Heights Police Department. The Thursday press release said Hagloff will also be required to pay a $3,000 fine for each of the 3 victims who have been identified in the images and requested restitution. He will also be required to pay a $5,000 special assessment under the Justice for Victims of Trafficking Act. The case is investigated by the St. Louis County Police Department Special Investigation Unit and the FBI, and was brought as part of Project Safe Childhood. Project Safe Childhood is a nationwide initiative launched by the Department of Justice in 2006 to combat the growing epidemic of child sexual exploitation and abuse, and that's all they say about that. So we've got another bad cop who has a little taste buds for kids, likes to look at their pictures, and probably gratifies himself to it. And you know, guys, if you got some weird fantasies, some weird thoughts in your head, and you know it's bad, don't act on it. Don't gratify yourself to the thought of it. Don't do anything about it. Just ignore it. Leave it alone. Because this cop here, obviously Captain Dick Johnson was at the helm steering the ship, and it steered this officer right into prison for viewing child porn. And how can you go look at that stuff, get yourself off to that, and then go out and see kids and see your family and your friends? And it's just disgusting. I really don't know what the solution to it is. I guess maybe the solution is just don't do it. Don't do it. And why would you leave it on your phone? How many times have I said that? All these guys that get caught with child porn, they download it to their computer. They download it on their phone. Your phone is probably the worst place to store anything that is of questionable content. You got a little thing there for something. You're better off putting it on a thumb drive and burying it out in the backyard. But we got another bad cop going off to prison for child downloading or looking at child porn. And my invitation to all you Blue Willy lickers out there, bootlickers, back to blue gobblers, whatever you think you are, badge bunnies, feel free to chime in. Please explain to me how this is just an isolated incident. And in fact, I would like you, back to blue people out there, I would like you to explain me the definition of isolate, because when I went to school, isolate was something that, doesn't happen once in a blue moon. And this is a monthly occurrence, people. Every day of every week, there's a police officer across America being arrested for something. And every so often, I want to say probably once a month, there's a cop being charged with either raping a woman, beating a woman up, or some kind of child exploitation that involves sex. I'm John Van Dyke for New Jersey Exposed. Till next time, people.